Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody, whatever part of the world you're currently listening to our podcast and video blog. Today's October the 3rd. Wow, this year just soon right by, folks. But I guess when you're working hard and actively, engage on meaningful projects, things tends to, you know, uh, pass your overall um, you know, uh, you pass you noticing the time. I guess that's the word I'm looking for. Anyway, yeah. So I thought I'd do this quick podcast regarding how the social media platforms and giants are basically, you know, protecting the big multinational internet and the billion-dollar type of organizations, and basically silencing the nobodies. Okay, I've written about this in my book, Face Economics, The Rise of the Nobodies, basically. And guess who's not being protected? Those that are mere mortals, the ones that are nobodies in our society. They tend to get silenced quite a bit. So they have no voice, they have no power, they have no authority, they have no way for their overall ideas to manifest into the marketplace, because the social media giants are basically silencing them. Okay, so the multinational corporations are basically being protected, and the small nobodies and the under, you know, representative groups, the marginalized, and the nobodies in our society are basically silenced. Okay, that's the new normal that we now live in not just one country, but all over the world, unfortunately, especially if you're using these social media giants that are based in blue states. Basically, they're trying to re-engineer society. They're trying to re-engineer the world that is basically um, based off of their own personal interpretation, how the world should look and evolve. Okay, and many of them have no subject matter expertise or even relevant experience um, in cultural and tradition norms, or even living and working overseas. But yet they have decided, because they have the authority to manage the social media platforms, that they now are basically dictating how people should operate and how the world should evolve based off of how they, you know, um, restructure our voices and silence them, basically. So society is no longer a part of this whole medium um, when it comes to the social media platforms. It's the multinational companies, the billion-dollar social media giants that are now calling the shots. So we now live in an autocracy, dictatorship, totalitarianism, and overall, abuse of power of these social media platforms, folks. And they're more powerful than our governments, many of our governments around the world. They basically are untouchables because of their, ability to transcend borders and cultures, and the rapid exchange of information, and you know, um, overall medium that they now possess. They hold a very powerful platform. So when I first drafted the book, the Face Economics Like It book, when I was in college, I was, basically um, observing the evolution of the marketplace as vis-a-vis, this the utilization of the social media platform in economic development. I've been, basically paying attention to the evolution of economics and politics, as well as geopolitics and geoeconomics around the world, using the platform itself, the social media platform that we now know as, Facebook and Twitter, Instagram, Google, you name it, Amazon, all these social media platforms, right? That weren't available back in 20, 30 years ago. Okay, so uh, Well, I take that back. Actually, Facebook evolved in 2000 and I want to say six, around that time. So it's close to about 20 years almost. Anyway, yeah, so I just thought I'd reflect on this and have you guys consider what I'm talking about because we're no longer protected. Matter of fact, and nobodies in society are being silenced. And basically, the ones that are generating income for these social media platforms are being amplified, especially their reach and the magnitude of their penetration into the marketplace. But if you question the agenda of the social media giants. You're going to get singled out, ostracized, silenced, basically, and your content is going to be banned, or you won't get access to your platform, which I've been dealing with for many years now. All right, folks. With that said, my name is Aldous Mina. I'm the concept author of Faceconomics, the realization of the social media platform and economic development worldwide. I just thought I, discuss this, you know, issue briefly with my followers and those that are listening to our podcast. Because as an advocate of the social media platform, because I did like the utilization of the social media platform economic development. What I don't like is the silencing and the hindrance of dissent. Okay, especially in a democratic society. You can't have a democratic society when people are being silenced. Okay, um, that's the whole point for us to have checks and balance is to debate and exchange of information and dissent. But when all of that's being silenced because of the power and the reach, okay, of the social media platform and the owners of those platforms, then we're going to be heading down a very slippery slope, and not on top of that, there will not be any form of transparency in society or government. Okay, because most of these social media giants are actually much more powerful than our actual government in the U.S. Point in case will be when Mr. Trump was first in office. Basically, he was silenced by YouTube, Twitter, as well as Facebook. Imagine a sitting president, U.S. president, that was silenced by these social media giants, and nothing happened to them. As a matter of fact, they're still operational. So that just shows you how powerful these social media giants are. And me being an observer and someone who had advocated for the utilization of the social media platform in economic development, I'm all for lifting all boats. I'm all for utilizing the social media platform to increase capacity, knowledge transfer, and improve lives of many people around the world. But I am a major opposer of silencing, dissent and the democratic freedom of speech that every single person is entitled to. All right, folks. This said, thank you so much for listening to my podcast and video blog. My name is Aldous Mina, concept author of Faceconomics, which is the utilization of the social media platform in economic development worldwide. Thank you for watching and listening. Take care. Bye-bye.